Spurgeon here with RevZilla TV to talk to you today about the Barkbusters Storm Handguard kits available at RevZilla.com. You are checking out the Barkbusters Storm Handguard kits if you want the maximum amount of protection from both the elements as well as from the impacts you might take on the road. Barkbusters has you covered with a wide variety of mounting systems, so make sure you're using the bike finder on our website to get the mounting system that's going to work perfectly for your motorcycle. As long as you have the right kit for your bike, installation on this is going to be a 1 out of 3 on our BSD, our Beard Scale of Difficulty for installation. We're going to cover installation at the end, but right now I want to jump into what sets the Storm Handguards apart from other handguards in Barkbusters lineup. Barkbusters has been manufacturing handguards for over 20 years. They're an Australian-based company, and they make and test their handguards in some of the most rigorous conditions that motorcyclists have to face. So what you're going to get from that is you're going to get a handguard that's going to handle pretty much anything you decide that you want to throw its way. The Storm Handguard set itself apart from other ones in Barkbusters lineup based on this large plastic that you're going to see. So the Storm plastic, it's going to be a form molded, injected molded plastic. It's going to be a full wraparound design to keep you safe. And you're going to see it's going to have all of the coverage that some of the smaller handguards in Barkbusters lineup aren't going to have. It's going to wrap all the way around the back, and it's going to give you coverage up top. Again, keeping you safe from all the elements, the cold, the wind, the rain, the snow, the ice, whatever conditions you're riding in. As far as how these mount to your specific bike, there's going to be different mounting systems. From our hardcore ADV guys that want a full aluminum backbone to a sport rider that really isn't going to be crashing, hopefully, as much as our dual sport riders, you can go with just a single mounted setup that's going to keep those elements off of your hands. So what I want to do right now is I want to start to my right and I want to work our way down as we talk about the different mounting systems you can use for the Storm plastic handguards. So flip this one around for me. This is the full aluminum backbone. This is going to be for you hardcore adventure riders, you hardcore dual sport guys. You're going to be doing some multiple impact crashes when you're out there in the dirt, and you want something to keep your hands safe. This is going to be, like I said, full aluminum backbone, which means that you can use full-length levers. You don't have to worry about putting shorty levers on your bike, and this is going to be a super, super rugged design. When I used to work for a Triumph dealer down in Nashville, I would see guys come in on their Triumph Tiger 800s, fork tubes bent in half, and they literally could take these backbones off and reuse them on their new motorcycles. These things are made to hold up to whatever you decide to throw at it. And again, this full backbone design is going to come with everything you need to mount it to your bike. Just make sure you're using that bike finder again to get the kit that's going to work for your specific machine. Now, some of you guys have master cylinders that are going to be in the way of you using this full backbone design. So while you can still mount the handlebar setup into the end of your bar, you're not going to be able to mount the inner clamp kit because maybe you have that master cylinder that's kind of obstructing the point where you would normally mount that to. So Barkbusters gave you a compromise. They're going to give you an aluminum backbone that's going to mount only from the inside of your handlebar. So if you can't mount that or you don't have that inner mounting point, you can still get that full aluminum backbone protection. There's going to be a little bit of flex and give, but it's still going to hold up. It's still going to keep you safe in a crash. This is the universal kit in front of me, and the reason I pulled this is I want to show this. It's going to give you all of the different adapters you're going to need to get this to fit into your bike's handlebar. So if you have a 7/8 inch bar, you can use that adapter. If you have a 1 inch bar, they're going to give you everything you need to make sure that this guard is going to work with your handlebar diameter. Now, all the way to my left, there's some of you riders out there that you don't need that aluminum backbone protection. You're a sport bike rider, you're a hardcore commuter, and when it starts to snow or rain or sleet, you're still riding. You're not going to necessarily be crashing as much as a full-on ADV guy or dual sport guy, but you still want the protection from the elements. So what you're going to have is a very simple inner mount, and you're going to have no aluminum backbone, so there's not that extra added weight, but you are going to get the full protection from the elements. If you do go down, if you do crash, there's nothing really here to keep you safe. This is just keeping the rain, the cold, the sleet, the snow, whatever it might be, off of your hands. Now, you can adjust this. You can see it right here. There's a 1 inch adjust, so you can actually slide it out, slide it in. And the mounting system on this, super easy. You should be able to install this particular one on your motorcycle in about 15 to 20 minutes, which kind of ties us into installation in general. Like we talked about in the beginning, installation of the Barkbusters guards really is a 1 out of 3 on our BSD, our Beard Scale of Difficulty for installation. A few hand tools, and you're going to be able to get these on your bike in anywhere from 15 minutes to maybe an hour to 2 hours on the full backbone design. The only thing that might throw you off over here, some of you guys out there will have a spacer in your handlebar. You have to drill that out first. Don't be afraid of it. It's a simple process. And again, hour to 2 hours, you'll be out riding with a full Barkbuster setup on your motorcycle. Like I alluded to earlier, these things are absolutely rigorous. They're rugged. They're going to handle anything you throw at it. And I really like what Barkbusters does. They give you a great product that handles all the elements, all the crashes, all the impacts, and it keeps your hand safe. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. I've used these on bikes. I'm a huge fan of what Barkbusters is doing. There's a lot of guys out there using Barkbusters products. If you'd like to read more about what they have to say, do me a favor, click below. Read what other riders like and what they don't like about the Barkbusters that they have on their motorcycles. If you have more questions for us at RevZilla, never hesitate to give us a call. 877-792-9455 will get you on the phone with a Gear Geek. If you don't like talking on the phone, shoot us an email, cs@revzilla.com. Thank you for joining us for this look at the Barkbuster Storm Handguard kits. I'm Spurgeon. Enjoy the ride.